Namaskar. Apologies for the slight delay in starting today. We had some technical difficulties. I had to reboot my computer not once but twice, and finally I got it up and running. So I have some updates as far as election preparation goes, and some horrifying data is coming from the border areas. I'm going to share with you a couple of slides to tell you what one party is trying to do to go to any extent to somehow win this election. Remember, anything they do to illegals, they think will have a positive effect on the recently citizened immigrants of the United States. This is a long story, but it has been exploited by one side more than the other, and unfortunately everybody suffers now. I'm just going to show you a small slide deck, just 2 slides, to tell you what is going on, and then I'm going to share with you something else that's happening in Texas that is also a horror story. So please first like this video, and if such things are happening in many states, I'm afraid we are up for a real humdinger, meaning like a barn burner or last ball finish kind of a game in this presidential election. So what happened? So what happened is that today morning, people were noticing these signs coming up in the border. The DHS, which is the Department of Homeland Security, has put up this sign saying that your brother in immigration custody has rights. So here it's not just brother, it says neighbor, father, brother, mother, friend. You get the point, right? You see that thing, it's a scrolling thing in the billboard itself. So it says that we are here to help, and this is something that is being funded by the Department of Homeland Security. Why do they have to fund this? Whose money is it? How can they take the taxpayer money and then tell illegals, look, you have illegally entered it, but don't worry, we have your back. You can do this, and at the end of it, you will be processed, you will get some money, you will be put up here. I mean, what's going on here? I thought this thing had completely stopped, except it really has not. Look at this. This is Border Patrol Union that put up saying the DHS billboard supported by Border Czar Harris will only encourage and incentivize illegal immigration and the abuse of the asylum system to continue. This leads to record number of illegal aliens pouring across the border into our communities with little to no vetting. And Donald Trump is quick to retweet that, saying Kamala is now running billboards near the border advertising free legal services for illegal alien criminals. When I win, the billboards are coming down and the migrant gangs are going home. Now, what I have heard is that the traffic is at an all-time high. You know, there's one place in Central America where the south starts getting into the north. Somewhere there's something Zender's Gap or something like that. And here, the all-time high crowds have assembled. Somehow there's a sense of urgency that we better get into the United States before the gates close. This is like Vietnam, 1975, when the US was pulling up. Or like Afghanistan, August 14th or 15th, 2021. This is just madness, what's going on now. And looks like they may open the gates just for a few days before the elections, just to create some more, I don't know, mayhem, if you will. I mean, there has been 2 months effective policing of the border. The illegal immigration had come down, but again, looks like things are going back to normal. I mean, these are all people who don't seem to understand that there is a limit to the patience of the American public. Now, this is not all. This is just one instance, and I'll tell you what is playing down to the wire in the state of Texas. Already, mail-in ballots are available, but what has happened is that the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, has sued the Biden-Harris administration this week over its refusal to verify the citizenship status of roughly 450,000 voters on state rolls who potentially are ineligible to vote. Remember, the minimum requirement for someone to vote in the United States is to be a citizen of the United States. If you are a green card holder, you cannot vote. Now, what the various states are trying to do is to pass a legislation saying we will not check your ID. You can vote. That means somehow if somebody gets hold of a ballot, they can put their name, their address, nobody's going to check it, and that's going to be counted as a vote. The worst way to dilute everyone's vote is what is happening here. Just like when you print money, you are diluting everybody's holdings because everybody owns their wealth in dollars. So same thing is being played out here. Remember, Texas is a red state today, but what is playing out is going to perhaps change it into red. And if Ted Cruz ends up losing Texas because of this kind of questionable methods, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, the United States has lost all moral authority to tell other people that you are not democratic enough. It needs to first look inwards. And Donald Trump is really, really upset with this. I can see why many of us who feel like our justice, our sense of justice, our sense of what is law, what is legal, what is right and what is wrong is really, really being taken for a toss. And it's very, very unfortunate that one party needs to resort to all these kinds of skullduggery to somehow get past the winning line. I mean, I don't know, guys. We all, those of us who have, emigrated to America, we did our, work. We studied. We worked here. We worked our bottom off. Got into companies. Worked our way through. Got our green card. Waited for another 5-10 years, maybe. Then got our citizenship. And now it's being told that, oh, you don't have to do all that stuff. Just walk in. That's it. We'll be giving you money also. In fact, free money is flowing like water to the illegals. And whose money is that? Whose money is it anyway? It is your money and my money and the taxpayer money. Just because the government is printing note doesn't make that thing any easier. Where are they having the assets for that? There is no tax base that will allow them to print that money. Very, very sad what's going on. We still have 7 or 8 days. Looks like for some reason the Democrats have it in their head that doesn't matter by hook or by crook. We need to come to power. And this is a very, very sad state of affairs. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.